I know we want to believe that the other woman is some raggedy, broke, uneducated, unattractive woman because that serves your purpose to see her as a negative image. Right. But many of these women who are the other women are professional women who don't have a lot of time, who do have money and resources and education, who just choose to be with somebody else's husband.
Get into it. The Honest Bunch podcast, and this young woman, she's going to run down the whole the whole play of why she prefers to date husbands, and that's why I call her the husband hunter avatar. It's
not just in relationship or even in terms of being who you are, right? You don't conform to society's standard. You don't care what society says this is supposed to be. So she said something. People's husbands are supposed to be off limits.
Or to the other woman.
But you forget that it's the same people's husband that will chase you.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, he's going to chase you. Me, how many married men have entered my DM?
Don't worry, when you get... a lot has been entered.
That's what I'm saying. They will approach me.
And you will say no.
What do you want to give me? Is it not money?
You will say no,
I will say no. Sorry,
exactly. So they approach me and I say yes.
She said, you will say no. When they approach me, I say yes. Women, y'all paying attention? And look at the girl. She's pretty. She's attractive. She's in shape. On her Instagram page, she in the gym. So she gonna always be appealing to the eye, appealing to the male gaze, because she values her looks, and she gonna be good to go. She says yes. Let's continue.
Come on, girl. You see, we're different.
Poor.
You want something else. I want something else. For you, it's off limit. For me, it's the men limit. No, but there's no limit.
Okay, but let's actually look at it in this way. What do you really stand to gain from a married man outside of money and material things? He's not going to be there for you.
You think so?
He's going to replace you eventually, because that is what he does. He finds girls to cheat on his wife.
And you know
so
that.
You are just for the meantime.
Me, you know
as I said, I'm
variety.
a lover girl. I cannot be.
So I want to be clear. So this is where they're trying to help her understand what's going to happen, you know, at the end of the day, if you keep messing with these, you know, married guys. But like I said, she is well aware. Well aware.
For the meantime,
sweetie,
and your wife will call you, say, shh.
Sweetie, there are some people in their life. Okay, so I'll use me again. At this point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient.
Why so?
Why? Because I'm not looking to get married anytime soon. I'm looking to build my brand. I'm building my business.
She sounds exactly what, like I was telling you guys. She said, it's convenient for me right now because I'm not trying to get married. Right now, I'm focusing on my business. Go back to my career-driven videos where I was telling women that this is their priority. Men are not the priority. They just need weenie from time to time. So she said it's convenient. And the reason why she don't want to be in a relationship is because she probably thinks that all men cheat. Ironically. And that's what a lot of women say when they try and justify why they're single by choice. I don't want to be in a relationship because that's going to be a lot of stress and headaches. I don't want to worry about what a man doing. I don't want to get cheated on. Sound familiar, don't it? So this is another option that women have introduced. I can focus on my business. She actually has one. It's called the Talking Bowl, and it's a fish shop in Lagos, Nigeria. She actually owns it. So she's focused on her business, and she can deal with these married men who know her. You know, she don't have to commit to. They're not committing to her, but she can get her needs met, and she can get some gifts from time to time. What they say in I've been to Africa, chop. She gonna chop money.
God made man. Man made money. God made woman to eat man money.
That is what they like.
DJ Cross.
That is what they like.
Jackie got the beats.
Little boy, how we looking?
dog life, dog life, dog life.
You know what I'm saying? Chop, 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 chop that married man's money.
Shopping and spending the cash. There is no mercy for money. Maka why? Oji the cash ya soccer. Maka no ba maka. Oh man, Ajaka billionaire soccer. Billionaire, oji cash. Shopping and spending the cash. There is no mercy for money. Maka why? Oji the cash.
And she gonna go back doing her own thing. And like I said, hopefully women don't dismiss this and think that this is only for women in the diaspora. No, this happens in the States all the time. Okay? She is well aware and she's trying to literally put y'all on game. So all these shaming tactics are saying, y'all know they're going to just leave you at the end. She know that. And there'll be another married man coming along. It is what it is. And I know the morals. You said your vows to your wife you supposed to stay with. Yeah, I get that. The man is not absolved from fault. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to educate ladies that these women exist. Okay? Let's continue.
So if I go in for a single guy, he might get carried away and want something extremely serious that I won't be able to give to him right now. So realistically, that's why I teach self-awareness. You need to know yourself before you get in the market of dating. So I've already told myself, this is the frame. This is where I am.
There are single men that want something casual as well.
But I want something different. That's the point.
Well, like I'm saying that there are...
So she said she's trying to explain, but there are single men who want something casual as well. But what happens with single men who are not aware, are not used to dealing with women like this, who don't make them a priority, single men will try and put her into a relationship. They will try and marry this woman. She don't want that shit. And I keep telling single men, if these women show you their cards, show you who they are, stop trying to upgrade them. And this is what she's about to explain. I would date single guys, but they always trying to get married and shit. Here we go.
Single men that they don't want anything serious either.
No, yeah, they
just want to even just give you money.
She can't start looking for them.
Yeah, but don't you think you'll be hurting somebody inside the house?
Who is the husband that is hurting?
The wife.
I don't know about her. I don't have a business with her. I don't even ask questions about her. It's not my business.
Exists.
But you know
that man, she is spitting game. They trying to shame her. This is where they try and shame her, you know, her lifestyle. But don't you care about the wife? She's like, I don't know that bitch. She's like, I don't have business with her. That's not what I'm here for. They don't care. They are selfish. Ladies, are you paying attention?
the guy is married.
Yes,
you know.
he tells you, I am married, and you're like, okay. The moment he tells you that, that's where that conversation ends. Because that's not your business. Your intentions are with him, not with whoever is in the house. So however he treats the person in the house, it's really not your business. Because some of these people, you date them, they have families, and they don't ever want to talk about their families.
Some alcohol at this point.
So married men will tell you, let's do this, but don't mention my family. Don't ask me anything about my family. I will not talk about my family. It's not your business. It's off limit. So when a guy tells you that, what do you want to do? You just focus on him and you forget that he even has anything, because that is really not your business in the first place.
So that my own question now is, would you say, so in that, this thing you just described now, you and the married man, you guys are in love, Abby?
He could be, yeah, you can fall in love with him. It doesn't matter. If he treats you nice, you can fall in love with him. Oh, thank you.
You can fall in love with him, then
you can fall in love with him.
Then what happens next?
But there's something I actually want us to tackle.
That you fall in love with him doesn't mean that he must marry you. It's just how you feel at the moment.
I believe this particular thing, people make mistakes there when they say that, okay, I'm not saying as a woman, you have to care about the woman at home, or like the woman that you're hurting. But at the same time,
you're not hurting anybody now.
I'm not the one that said the vows.
You're not even the one hurting the person.
It's the husband that should be.
Like that's
I'm not saying.
The guy 18 and abetting.
Hold on.
You see where she's coming from. She's not necessarily she's not clueless. Okay? Ladies, she is fully aware. She was not tricked. She is not tricked by these married guys. None of that. She said, as soon as they say that I'm married, that's the last time that you need to mention it. This is about me and you, not the woman that you're married to. So she is not dumb. She is not unaware. She is not, what's some other euphemism that women like to use? You know, clueless, naive, none of that. Fully aware. Is a grown-ass woman, okay? Let me get this super chat. Dante Bryant, $5 super chat says, just don't come to decent men after getting alpha widowed by a married man and try to settle down. Nope. Branded a concubine for life. So, and that's the thing, is she's going to explain this here in a second, because she's, if you heard her, Dante, she said, I don't want to get married right now. So women like her are under the impression that they can actually dictate when they get married, what age, what time, but they'll soon find out that it's not going to be that easy. However, certain women, maybe like this woman, if she stays in shape, if she doesn't have any kids, right? She's going to be able to find some older man to marry. May not be a younger guy. It may not be it may be an older man who deems her the prize because she's in shape. She doesn't have any kids. So she may be able to cash in. And that's where a lot of women in the States actually mess up, because they'll focus on their career. They'll focus on building their brand, making a lot of money. But in that process, they'll have kids and then they'll get out of shape. And then they're like, okay, now I want to settle down and find my husband. And the market is like, no, that's not up to you. So she may or may not be in that same situation, depending on how things play out. If she doesn't get pregnant and she stays in shape, it's always going to be some man, some simp that's going to marry one of these types of women who are beautiful to them at whatever age she is. So let's say that she turns 39. She finds a dude who's 49, 50 years old. He's going to look at her like, hey, she's the prize. Because I'm older, she's younger, she ain't got no kids, she in shape, I won. That can happen. But she thinks that she's in control of this when she's not. It depends on how the market. So hopefully that makes it. I agree with you, Dante, but she may be different. So, and we got Dante Brown with the $10 super chat said, well, I mean, if the wife is with it, no, the wife don't know nothing. As long as they have the talk, no public embarrassment, STI/STD, and no outside babies. And if she's with it, if she ain't, she ain't. Yeah, but like I said, this is a different dynamic. And some people, men of value will have that talk with their wives. Hey, just don't have any outs. And shout out to Kevin Samuels again for this. He said, just don't have any outside babies, no diseases, and don't embarrass me in public. If that talk has been had, then it's, it's an understanding. But even then, and this goes back to a video that I made, if you are a man of value and you decide to cheat on your wife when you're married and your wife does find out, she's not going to view you the same at all. She may stay because she takes care of you. And it's just like that old meme of Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant's wife, where they said, hey, some woman was like, damn, man, they got cheated on. And then somebody said, women heal like Wolverine when the money right. Yes, she gonna heal from the fact that you embarrass her. She may stay, but she's not gonna view you the same. You're not gonna be that same superhero that she married. So if that's something that you're willing to deal with as a man of value, if you decide to cheat on your wife and risk getting caught, then that's what's gonna happen. And eventually, she's probably gonna leave you. But if you got enough money to afford the divorce, have at it. So I'm not one of these guys going to sit here and champion, hey, man, you used to cheat on your wife just in case there's an understanding, because I know for a fact that you are not going to be viewed the same in that relationship. Okay, just something to think about, okay?
In this married man and single girl relationship, is never the lady's fault. It's the man's fault. He comes for her.
And she's absolutely right. And I want to explain this to the woman, the married woman, the wife. In these types of situations, it's not your fault at all. Don't think that this man, this husband, your husband, is stepping out on you because you did something wrong. It's literally men, and I think women make this mistake that when men get married, his wife is the last person that he wants to have sex with. No. And I'm sorry. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I had a talk maybe 5 years ago with a couple women in the military, and they thought that this was true. They thought that men got married because the woman that he's marrying is the last woman that he wants to have sex with for the rest of his life. No, that's not it. And if that bursts a bubble, then I'm glad that I'm doing it, because I'm saying this with love. It's not your fault. Okay? It's for the simple fact that when men get married and they say that, hey, I want to be monogamous, they're trying to prove to themselves that they can be a good man and I can be faithful to this one woman. It's not for the fact that they don't want to have sex with any other women. It's the fact that they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt you by cheating on you, because if they get caught, that's what's called cheating. You're cheating the relationship. They don't want to get caught, and they try and sneak around and cheat because they don't want to hurt you, because they love you. But some men, they succumb to their desires and they step out and they have sex with other women. So I want to be clear here. It's not the wife's fault in this situation. And the same thing, vice versa, goes for the man. If a woman gonna step out, she's stepping out. Okay? But in this situation, I'm talking to the wives. Don't look at yourself like you did something wrong, because they're going to explain this here in a second. The wife ain't doing nothing wrong. He just wanted to have some side booty from time to time. I'm not saying that it's right, but it happens. So it's not you. Okay? And I know we can introduce all these scenarios. Well, what if the wife ain't cooking? What if the wife ain't taking care of the kids? Address it with her. That's still no reason for your ass to cheat, but sometimes men do. And it's not for the reason that you think it is. It's not something that you did. He doing it consciously. Nobody cheats, not knowing what the hell is going on. You don't slip and fall into the booty.
What have I done? What have I done? What have I done again? What have I done some more? What have I continued to do?
Okay? So I want to be clear for any of the ladies watching. In this scenario, it's not your fault. Okay?
But when it comes for you,
some people come for him.
Wait.
Does the other woman come for married people?
Some other woman come.
Thank you. Yes, you see somebody you like and you go for them. And if they happen to be married, it still doesn't change anything.
So that's the problem with the other woman.
Which woman? Not the woman.
Thank you. If you are fishing for married men and you still say that, how is it your fault?
Life is preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me and do what works for you. Sure. I was saying something earlier.
You see, she is very clear with her intentions. Y'all, listen, ladies.
About my state of mind where I cannot be with a single guy, because at this point, this is what I'm looking for. And I can easily and comfortably get that thing that I'm looking for from a married guy that I know I am not interested in getting married to. And he also knows that his feelings for me are temporary. If he falls in love and decides he wants to get married to me, that's on him. If I like him too much, I will marry him.
So he said, let me go back. That was funny to me.
If I like him too much, I will marry him.
So you admit that.
So they're a married couple on the left there. So this is kind of like shocking to him. So I'm pretty sure he's on pins and needles. Like, hey, man, I don't want to get too involved. But basically what she was saying is like, man, if I get too involved with this married guy and we start to love each other, then marriage can come. But she doesn't let the relationship get to that point. She cuts it off. If she sees that a man is getting too attached, the married guy, then she'll end that. And like she was saying, the reason why I prefer married men is because single men, they trying to marry me because she's probably a good woman. She's an intimacy coach.
And I think the word that comes to mind when I think about this album is very powerful.
So she's probably good in the bedroom. So a single man is like, man, I need to lock this woman down. But this woman is like, I'm not there right now. Right now, I'm focused on my career. You are temporary. And I think men need to get out of their ego and their feelings and stop thinking that women believe, like y'all revolve around their life. A lot of women ain't thinking about your asses, but they thinking about your weenie. Pause. But yeah, think about it like that. Y'all swear that all these women is running around here asking for marriage or trying to date with intention? No. That's not how the dating market is right now. And hopefully this is waking a lot of men up. A lot of women don't care about y'all asses. Okay? So when you have these conversations on social media saying, well, women, y'all should be married and you 30 years old and you're not married, brother, that shit goes in one ear and out the other. They don't care about y'all that much until it's time to care. And then that's when you guys decide what you're going to do with her on the dating market. What did Dante Bryan say? You decide if she's going to be a concubine for life or somebody's going to come and marry this woman. That's when you have the leverage. But in the meantime, in between time, don't sit around and waste your time thinking that these career-driven women are focused on y'all. They not. Especially if they have all these preferences and y'all in their comment section complaining, you know, oh, man, you only going to date a man that makes $200,000? And that woman's like, yes. At that point, get your ass off social media and go to the gym and stop bothering this woman on her page. She don't care about y'all like that. And I have a perfect example. It's that damn attorney.
Want me, wanna love me like that, like that.
It's too many black men in their comment section complaining about this, what this woman is making content on. If she say that she only making a man or want a man who is a 100% provider, even though this damn attorney owns her own practice, and I sent the video to Mona, woman owns her own practice, probably make over $1 million a year, but she still wants a man to be 100% provider. That is her preference. It is not your job to go under these women comment sections. Oh, you gonna be single for life, buy a dog, die alone. Shut up. Get your ass off social media and start focusing on getting to the bag and get out of that woman's comment section. These women don't care about y'all like that. They got other priorities, and you should too. Okay? I'm getting tired of this foolery, man.
Married man has a probability to fall in love with you.
But of course, now who would not want to fall in love with me?
So you are still putting yourself in the risk of somebody falling in love with you.
That is not a problem.
You said that is the reason you are going for the married man.
That's what I said. If he falls in love with me, and at the end of the day, I feel like I have fallen in love with him as well, I can marry him. Men are entitled to so many wives. Depends on what you believe in.
You know, this other woman, it would appear like in this age and time, you know, some people are comfortable with this other woman.
Yes, I am.
Look at her matter-of-factness. Go back. Look at her face.
Some people are comfortable with this other woman.
Yes, I am.
Look at her face. She dead serious. And they trying to knock her off her square by saying, hey, don't you understand what you're doing? She is fully aware. We're not using that young and dumb excuse. Oh, man, she don't know what she doing. Bro, she know. And women like her know. Okay? Let's continue.
With this other woman?
Yes, very much comfortable.
And have no issues whatsoever. Maybe because you are the other woman or you are not the person at the receiving end of what the other woman is doing.
I can decide to be that woman at home, but I decided not to be. It's a deliberate decision.
Okay, can I ask what exactly is so enticing about married men?
What is so enticing about married men? What I want, where my state of mind is, I don't want to be married now. I don't want to be with a single guy that will assume if we start a relationship, we're going to get married tomorrow. So,
single men. Did you? It's right there. And I told you, and this goes to the point why there's more married black men than married black women. A lot of black men actually want to get married. If y'all don't know that, I know we in these spaces where a lot of guys, I'm gonna be single for life. No, I look at the numbers. I see they have surveys on this on Pew Research. If you guys don't know that, and the reason why I don't share those is because it's based off of how people feel in their opinions. They've done surveys. The majority of people say that they want marriage, and more so men than women, especially in the black community. So when she's saying if I get with a single guy, he gonna assume that I want marriage. and he gonna try and marry me. She don't want that shit. So if you're a single man, if you meet one of these types of women who present as such, then use her for what she wants and stop trying to escalate it, because that's where y'all fail. You get married to a woman like this and she wasn't done playing the field, and you the one that think that you can save her. Who are you? Y'all need to smarten up, man. Y'all single dudes, and that's where a lot of things mess up. The discernment. You can't change women who don't want to be changed. She will play the role, and you're going to end up getting Sam Rothstein. So the term Rothstein is a reference to the movie Casino with Sam Rothstein and Ginger. Sam Rothstein had all of the red flags with this woman. Ginger was very attractive, beautiful woman. He saw her, and he was a very powerful man, strong-willed, had his money together, had status, clout. He looked at that woman and said, you know what? I'm Sam Rothstein. I can change her because of the man that I am. And that's what tends to happen with guys who are very strong-willed, such as myself. We look danger in the face and be like, look, I can handle this. I can change her. And it ends up blowing up in our effing faces. Because that woman ain't going to change for you. Just like Ginger did not change for Sam Rothstein. So at the end of the movie, you know what I'm saying, she ends up sneaking back and forth to her pimp. She got snuck in by Joe Pesci's character. So she never changed. She was the same, just like she told Sam, I don't love you like that. But he was like, you know what? I'm Sam Rothstein. His exact words. You know what? F it. I'm Sam Rothstein. I could change her. And at the end of the day, he wasn't able to do that because that woman wasn't going to change, no matter who the hell you were. You're going to try and marry a woman and make a deal with her ass, and she ain't at that point. Think about it, single guys, because I know a lot of y'all want marriage. But if you better start using these women for what they say they want.
When I'm ready to get married, I can now decide to date a single guy for that purpose. Now I'm not dating to marry. I'm dating for me. I'm dating to experience life. I'm dating to, just date. Not
just date. It's never intentional. And I told y'all, people rarely date with the intention of going out there to find their husband or wife. I didn't do that. But here I am now. I never dated with the thought in my mind, okay, this next date is going to be my wife. No. And I know people may, shrug or shun that, but I'm like, bro, that wasn't me. I'm sorry. It sounds good on social media, a talking point. Oh, hey, I'm dating with intention. That's the minority, not the majority. But she's saying, I'm just dating to date.
For marriage.
Like who don't born before. But the man still they do goats outside.
Different flavors
that is
now.
the
It's like
thing
ice cream.
with you men. That is not our problem. That is a man problem.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful wife at home that you're used to. You not get as she won't find rich for social media where she posts. We'll never see her before she they fine for our eye. You wake up to her every day. There are some excesses of her that you're tired of. Her beauty cannot change that. We don't know that part. You live with her. You see all the nonsense. In fact, that wife that they come and post today, oh, my wife is... They probably not even spoke that night before.
Period.
Yes, now. It's just fulfilling your obligation as a husband. And
you
then
go post your wife on social media at 12 in the quarter.
2 weeks, they never talk.
Nah.
6 months, they have not had sex.
She said 6 months they have not had sex, and that's a big issue in marriages in the United States. The sexless marriages. We did a video on that a while back. But basically what she, and I want to stress this to the married women, because I know that you guys will hear me talking about this stuff and making it seem like men don't know how to control their dicks. Pause. But they do. The majority of men don't cheat. Go look at the statistics. The majority of men who are married, they don't cheat. Okay? So when a man does, if, like she said, I'm going to see this, so you're going to see your wife every day. You see her in her natural state. You wake up to this woman every night. What stops most men who are married from cheating is, like I said, they love you. they don't want to hurt you. Men, we know that if we get caught cheating, I'm going to hurt my wife. That is not my job. My job is to make sure my wife is happy. I don't want to see her hurt, so I'm not going to cheat on her. That's what most men do, okay? Most, and I'm stressing that because I don't want women to leave and think that it's not any hope. Yes, there is hope. Most men have that buffer. They don't want to hurt their wives, okay? So yeah, it's not all lost. This is just a couple situations, the minority, but it happens, okay?
So and they are just doing a married. It's just role responsibilities that you're fulfilling as a partner to this person. Then we, that is outside, we make your life a lot easier. You come, we rub your head, we pull your shoe, we massage your feet. We give
I'm
you
thinking
food.
of myself.
You know, there's some men that don't drink at home, but they drink outside. There's some men that don't smoke at home, they smoke outside. I can make you smoke if I smoke. It's my bad trait, but you would do it because you want to be with me.
So, and I have to keep stopping this because she's spitting game here. If you're a man who cheats or you're sneaking around with some other woman, you get to do all the things that you don't do with your wife. Like she said, if I smoke, then he's going to come over. He's going to smoke with me because it's a fun time. She don't see all the arguments. She don't get the arguments. All she got to do is play a role. She going to come over there. They're going to meet at the hotel or at her house. She going to show up half naked. They're going to drink, have fun, play little games, chase each other around the house. She going to be the woman that gets to do everything fun. That's all she sees from this guy. Okay? So he gets to play this role of this young and free type of guy when she's around. And she's explaining it. So, and the sex part, oh yeah, she gonna tell you something. And this is facts. Here we go.
Don't do it too much, maybe a little bit, but just because you think if you do this bad habit with me, we will have excess fun and then bond over time. You people are very easy to bear.
Marriage is scary. I said the end of the day.
Marriage is scary.
Marriage is very
Sweetie,
marriage is very scary, and that's why you need to be very certain and ready for marriage. I'm not right now. I'm not. So by the time I turn 40, I know that I should be ready.
Dante Bryant, where you at? This is where you come in, Dante. She said, by the time that I'm 40, I know that I should be married. And that's where men who are on their purpose come in. You decide if she turns into a wife or other things. Right? But women, they go with this impression that they control that. When I'm done cultivating my business, I'm done getting to the bag, I'm done playing the field. And when I turn 40, now I'm going to get married. It's a seamless transition. When most of the time the market says no. Y'all can look at the statistics. Women over 40 rarely get married. Rarely. And especially what hinders them is when they have kids and also when they get out of shape. That is not under your control. And that's why men in these spaces stress women to try and get married when you're younger, when you don't have kids, when you're in shape, when you have the most leverage on the dating market. When you wait till 40, you ass out. You know, rolling the dice, crapshoot. Okay, it's like I said, but she may be different. If she don't have no kids and she's still in shape, it's gonna be some older dude that'll probably wipe her up. So let's continue.
I think that every excitement that I'm looking for outside, I would have gotten it. I would have taken my business to the point where I want it to be, where I can decide that for 1 month, I just want to be home taking care of my husband and my children. I wouldn't miss anything outside.
Okay, sorry, real quick. What if it was like, okay, you've settled down to be that woman now and your husband is not playing outside?
See, that's the point, yeah. At the point where I've decided I want to be at home. I don't day outside. I don't tire to day outside. I'm not at home knowing that I'm making a lot of money. Like I'm sitting down in the couch, maybe changing my kid's diaper, and I'm receiving good alerts on my phone. And I know I will not say this thing is, you don't do so you know, say at some point your husband will do that to you, but then it's how you handle it. If he does it with respect that you don't have to know. There are men that cheat and their wives don't know.
Yes.
Can never.
See, and who just said that? She's talking about the cheating respectfully dynamic. She is fully aware that if she gets married, she's changing her kids' diapers, and her husband may do the same thing that she's doing to married women right now. She's already come to grips with that, guys. She knows. She understands very well. So she's like, hey, there's some guys out there that cheat respectfully. She said, as long as I got the funds, I'm allocated, I'm good. As long as he don't embarrass me, no STIs, STDs, no outside children. Because she didn't already had her fun. And I think she's going to say that here in a second. Here we go.
No.
Wait, don't cheat with respect.
I prefer respectful cheating.
A man from a woman based on, I mean, you're highly skilled.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, she's not denying it. Can you take a man from you? Do you think that you have the capability of actually
snatching,
taking, you know, and keeping?
For myself?
I'm not saying you want to do that now. You think you have that capability?
Or are you saying do women have the capability? Or
do the other women have the capability? Do you think that the other women?
Why do you think a man has a mistress for a while and decides he wants to make her his wife? Again, the way she makes him feel. I'm going to go into sex a little bit.
Tell me more, mommy.
The kind of sex men have with their wives is different from the one they have outside.
Godly sex.
Right? It's the sex outside. The primary thing that keeps that man coming back is the sex. It's not anything else. The sex he gets outside is totally different from the sex, even if he has a crazy wife inside. But the sex outside is there. Some men will tell you, I cannot. Can I use fuck? Say.
This is
a
the
man
honest
will
bunch.
tell you, I cannot fuck my wife in a certain way. It will make her look like a slut. But I can fuck the other woman however I want. I can turn her upside down because she's not my wife. Some was
There it is. And the funny thing is, what she's explaining is like, yes, married men respect their wives. So they're not going to do all that nasty shit with their wives. Like, no, you raising my kids. You got to kiss my kids good night. You got to send my kids off to school. I can't be skeeting on your face and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And she's saying, yes, he's not going to have sex with his wife like that because he respects his wife. He loves his wife. But with that other woman, you getting flipped and dipped. You get skeeted and beated. You going to be in every position, the squat from baby boy. We doing it all. And I'm going to tell men this. If you was ever one of the guys that thought that when your wife cheats and you find out and she come back and say, oh, baby, we only had sex one time and it was missionary. She lying. She lying. She fulfilled every fantasy that she wanted to with that new guy. She touched every wall. Think about that movie, Scary Movie 2, where that woman was getting railed by a ghost and her head was getting plastered up against the wall upside down. That's what happens to your wife or your girlfriend when she's cheating on you. And you one of these dummies like that dude on the Dear Future Wifey show that took his wife back when she said, oh, man, we only happened once. And right after it happened, I immediately called him. And he was sitting up there looking stupid.
I called him immediately. And we were both in tears.
So you called him immediately. I want to put a reference around it. Immediately, like what? The next day?
No, like that day, that night.
So you slept with this guy and then you called your husband up and told him.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Ain't nothing respectful about what was going on in that hotel for both men and women. So that's why a lot of guys cheat, because they don't want to, do that to their wives because they respect their wives. But with her, oh yeah, she get flipped and dipped, twist and turn. Come on, baby, let's do the twist. I hope that paints a picture. Yeah. If there's any guys in the chat, wait a minute, I took that girl back and she said she only did missionary with him. No, man. Let's continue. She's spitting game.
Say I have respect for my wife, so I can't touch her in a certain way. But the woman even wants you to touch them in that way. But because you feel like she's your wife, you don't want to now push too much, you can go outside. I had a friend, and we're talking one day, and I'm like, I think, what was that conversation about? It was about sex, but I think sex. Okay, the wife lives overseas and he's in Lagos. So I'm like, you go away for 6 months, and how does your wife cope? And he's like, she doesn't do anything. She waits for me. I'm like, okay, so do you even buy her sex toys? You know, he's like, no, he can never do that. I'm like, why? It's like, if she gets used to sex toy, she won't, I'm not good, they're important to her again. I'm like, no, sex toy is different now. It's just you not being. He said, I know my wife. If I introduce her to sex toy, it's shut down for me. But you're here chasing around small girls, and your wife is in Obodo Yibo being lonely. Nobody's touching her, and you know that she's there faithful for you. And the least that you can do to introduce her to sex toy, you say no. You see how selfish men can be?
She's not lying. We are very selfish when it comes to our women. So yeah, he's like, man, why would I buy my wife a sex toy when she's not gonna, want me? And that's him being selfish because he has her. And he's like, well, she's like, well, that's kind of selfish of you. And men will look you dead in your face and say, yep. And bruh, I'm a man. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a situation like this. But as far as like being selfish with my woman and protective, absolutely. Ask any man. It's not controlling. It's not possessive. I just know what I value. That's what all men do. Okay? It's giving ladies some game. But yes, we can be very selfish, as can women. She's selfish. She said, I'm focused on me. Throughout this whole stream, she didn't push back. Like they playing ping pong. She hitting everything back. Like, hey, y'all, you don't care about the wife? No. You don't want to get married? No. She don't care, man.
The thing is, you can love as many people as you want to love. Shabi, they say, for God so loved the world and he sent his only begotten son to come and die for us. God loves everybody equally. So for me, I can decide I want to love you because of how you make me feel in a certain way. Okay? You touch me right, you kiss me right, I can love you for that. Then I can love somebody else that gives me money because he gives me money. So you can't divide the love and share it around. Why do you think men have 5, 6, 7 wives? You think the husband don't love the wives? Have you thought about that? Like a man has 7 wives that he provides for all of them. So you think he loves one more than the rest? No.
All right, and that was the end, but she ended on a good note, and I have a video for you guys because there's this misconception, because women will say a man can't love multiple women at the same time, but she makes a great point. When a man is invested in a woman, such as providing provision, like you said, men have 7 wives, and he giving all these women money, he's in there for life. He got to love something about these women. If he just having sex with her, no, he ain't got to love that woman. But the misconception is that women can't, they don't think like that. When women love a man, they just love him, and that's it. You think?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Look at the caption. It says, me watching my friend cry over a man she cheated on during every piece of free time that she had. Now, the video is funny. I get it. But you go to the comment section. Look, This woman said, and I still love him. Let me have my moment. Every piece of feet time is wild. Look, she said, me, I loved him though. See? So misconception that women, you know, oh man, they cheat. What is it? Cheat for emotions. Men cheat for ego. Women cheat for emotions. No. It's some women out there that will get out there and just cheat because of the fact that they want to get some extra weenie on the side. You know what I'm saying? Just like a value meal or something. So yes, these women exist. Yeah, but I still love him. You crying over because he left, but you still love him. After you just got skeeted on. Here we go. Look, another one. Okay, but I still love him. Look, please, okay, he's still my number one. And this guy said, I keep getting signs to stay single. She said, laugh a little, geez. So women like to put these types of videos out, and then when women respond, men will adapt and say, hey, I'm going to stay single. And they like, oh, we just joking. You're not joking. No, don't try and kick dollars now. Don't try and clean it up. Don't try and church it up. No, you telling the damn truth. All these women are. Here we go. Ma'am, my man is on here. Be quiet. Look, this comment section is scary. Look, we are joking, sister. Laugh a little. This woman said they are not joking. Said, nah, I saw it in first person. Who is we? Look, they try and tell men, women, they tell y'all exactly what you need to know. And that's why I never understand why men complain about the dating market. They right here. I mean, listen. Let me see. Here we go. What's the last one? I still loved him. He was still my favorite. See? They try and, you know, give y'all hints. So like I said, if you're a single man, you know, and you on your purpose, when a woman shows you who she is, then treat her as such. If you are ready to get married, then you start vetting women for marriage. But until then, focus on your purpose. Do what you need to do. Use these women for what you want. Make sure you're protected. Get checked. Make sure she's on birth control. Ask her how she feels about, you know, child deletions. Does she believe in it? If she gets pregnant, all these types of adult conversations that you guys need to be having before you deal with a woman like this. Make sure you do your part. Okay? Ask the right questions. But get what you need off the dating market and move on. And that's all I'm trying to explain to you guys. And, you know, sometimes I get pushback on this, but it's wow. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Shout out to the Honest Bunch podcast. That was an amazing breakdown. Shout out to her. You know, the young lady, the Girl Talker. You can find her on Instagram under that name and on YouTube under the name The Girl Talker if you want to see any more of her content. And I think she's a recurring guest on the Honest Bunch podcast. But hopefully this was educational for both men and women, married, single, no matter what. These women exist. They walk amongst you like the Walking Dead, collecting bodies.